Hi there Pisces, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 8th of September. This month and this week begins with a big focus still on your relationship sector, and with the Sun and Venus in this area, it can be a time of intriguing developments. But you know, equally, it can be a time when you decide to break free of something that's not working very well. But if that is on your mind, I do think it's very important on the back of the full moon at the start of this month and week in your sign, and also the opposition between your co-ruler Neptune and Venus, that you don't rush the decision. Especially if you're listening to any advice from anyone else, or you're hearing information secondhand about what is alleged to have happened or what has been alleged to have been said, because it may not actually be relayed to you in quite the way it actually really happened. But equally, it can be a time when you decide that one relationship takes on much greater importance. And this could be with someone that you do feel a growing bond with, but this bond may not have developed overnight. It may have been something that has been building up really for quite some time. This can also be an excellent week to gain some knowledge or advice, continuing the trend from last week, from someone who's in a position of authority or has wisdom. And this is because the Sun is forging a great link with Saturn still. And if you are involved in any kind of duo or partnership, the extra information that you're gaining mutually between you at this time can stand you in great stead. But if you are footloose and fancy free at the start of this week, and you do meet somebody new, and particularly in the first few days of this week, it could be that you're going to be very, very smitten by the person that you interact with. And this can all wash in on your senses in a very vivid way, which could really affect you quite deeply. You are someone who could be very spiritual, very, very sensitive. And you may be looking for a particular type of person or a set of characteristics to empower your life, and really something that you've wanted for a very long time. Well, if that's the case, there's even more need for you to proceed with caution. Because when Neptune and Venus are in opposition, as much as wonderful things can happen, great disappointments can be created as well. And you need to be aware of your motives, your expectations, and be realistic about these. And also try to check these out with anyone that you're fascinated by. Now, from the middle of the week, the accent changes much more onto a practical level, and an inventive idea of yours could earn you some more money, or you may rely on a hunch and do something around marshalling your resources, and it could pay off particularly well. You may get a little bit of an instinct around a job too, which can equally be very successful for you. As Mars moves at the end of this week, it powers right to the top of your horoscope, your solar midheaven or 10th house. And for the next 60 days, it is going to give you an enormous amount of extra confidence when it comes to strutting your stuff in professional circles. This can help you to interact with decision makers, to influence events yourself, and if you need to put your best foot forward in any interviews or presentations, then you're the one who can come across in a very insightful but also dynamic way. But it is also going to be important not to be overconfident, because that can actually be as much as a turn-off as much as someone who seems to be very well self-possessed and knows exactly what they're doing. So this is a week when relating is definitely at the heart of it in all its intricate ways, and in all the different areas and partnerships that we can have. It isn't just about your love life, although for some previously single Pisceans, something dramatic could happen now. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.